Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream of Metal Gear Solid 2. We're gonna stream Metal Gear Solid 2. We're starting up on this, and I feel like this is where, well, no, I guess it got a lot of its identity from Metal Gear Solid 1, but this is the first Metal Gear Solid game I played, and it has quite a bit of significance to me because of that. I'm a little disappointed we aren't playing this in HD, even though I'm playing this on the HD collection. But I guess that's fine. We can look at the instruction manual on here, which has some interesting comics in it, but I think we'll just skip past that. So you probably could have spoiled yourself on the story quite a bit there. It's if you read that. That probably wasn't a good idea for me to show that. Some significant load times on this Metal Gear Solid HD collection on the PS3. Okay, Blue Point Games. I forgot they worked on this. Okay, here we go. We got Snake looking back at us all red. And, let's see. There's actually a few interesting things on this game. Oh, they switched the circle and X buttons for the HD edition, it seems. In the PS2 version, the circle button is confirmed and the X button is back, but it's the opposite of that now. And this actually has previous story, which is kind of interesting, because it's written by Nastasha Romanenko, someone I completely forgot to talk to for the entirety of Metal Gear Solid 1. But she somehow remembers everything that happened on Shadow Moses Island, and will recount it here. Yes, I did finish MGS1. So, she remembers all of that, and there's a summary of it here. It's just an interesting thing to have. Oh, and you unlock new pieces of it as it goes on. It's all told from her perspective, which is pretty cool. But it's told from her perspective assuming you actually talked to her, which I did not, ever, at any point in that game. I completely forgot about her. Oops. I keep getting the controls mixed up. There's also Snake Tails, which are, odd. So this is an extra story that is really weird. I'm not going to read through this whole thing. It's just basically told in novel format here. It's talking about the different struts on the Big Shell, which we haven't found out about the Big Shell because we haven't actually started the game yet. I'm just starting with a weird side story thing that is non-canonical in every possible way. But, no radar. We have, let's see. Grab this ration. I don't know why I chose to do this first. This isn't actually what I wanted to do. Oh. As you can see, I'm very good at Metal Gear.
It's the enemy. I need help.
No, don't talk about that, James. Don't talk about that yet. We'll get there. We may get there tonight if I'm quick. Probably not, though. But yeah, I have no idea what my objective is, actually. Because I completely forgot to actually pay attention to any of this. But it's just kind of cool that you can kind of do these extra stories. I guess we'll just kind of ignore this for now, actually. I'm just going to quit. If I can. Which I don't actually know how, aside from dying. That's a new... well, actually, that's not a new move you can do. I forgot. We have no weapons. You can do a roll now. That's new for this game. You couldn't roll before in the first game. Anyway, let's go ahead and exit. I just wanted to show that those existed, and I thought it was going to be a much more absurd one. There's one that you basically fight Godzilla. I don't know. Anyway, there was also another one, but I can't. I thought it was in special, but it's apparently not. Maybe you have to unlock it somehow. Anyway, let's just go ahead and do this. Let's just go ahead and get started. We'll play on... oh, I haven't unlocked the harder difficulties. Huh. I guess we'll be doing this on normal. I'm a confident player for sure, but I guess we'll just do this on normal. We'll keep all the standard settings.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of metal gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses have been out in the cold too long.
He's a nice...
Uh-oh. Oops. Let me get the sound back. I messed with settings.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
The stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed?
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Look, give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype. Capabilities, deployment method. We don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
All right, let's look at your gear. Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake! Cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please. I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What? Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. What's their game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon. How many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
AKS 74U. Russians?
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair. I'm transmitting a photo. Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. KA-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military
That's
commandos?
right. Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96.
You gotta be joking.
Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
Okay, so we're starting the game now. Yes, no Mei Ling this time. Now, it just showed us some new mechanics of this game, that you can jump out, that you can aim in first-person mode. And we can do the same thing Snake did with the light. If my aim would get better, to that guy. We also unequip and re-equip with the shoulder, with the L2 and R2 buttons. Oh yeah, but Otacon. And Otacon looks a lot better now. He's a much better looking guy than he was in the previous game. There's a guard right there. I don't think you can see me at that elevation. It doesn't matter. I'm going the wrong way anyway, I think. Actually, no. That might be the only way in. Anyway. We can climb over stuff now. So, tiny little things that go a little bit higher, and railings actually don't mean that we have to, actually don't mean that we're stuck now. We can also, I mean, we could do this before, but we can hold people up. And holding people up, I can't get to them from the torrent. But we can get dog tags from guards that way. And I don't think we can get anything shaking people down. Could be wrong. Oh, yeah, we can. We got a ration. That's actually really useful. But, let's see. Can't go through that door. I think if you shake them, they end up waking up a little bit faster as well. Oh, here we go. You can press the button a bunch of times and Snake will open it faster. We'll open the door faster. And, notice that Snake leaves behind footprints after he's, after he comes in from the rain, and guards can actually notice those.
Freeze.
Let's see, where was I going? I don't remember. I think I need to go here? Not here. Maybe here? I don't really remember. I know I gotta go... Okay, I know where I'm supposed to go, sort of. The general direction, at least.
Freeze.
But not necessarily from here. I shot a tranquilizer dart in that man, so he immediately goes to sleep when I throw him. That way I don't have to waste tranquilizer darts by shooting another in his head just to go a little bit faster. Ah, the cruise lounge. Maybe, I think this is where I meant to go. Actually, no. No, this isn't what I want. No, I want to go back out here. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. I want to actually go around. They will just get knocked out for a very long time on this difficulty. Yeah, this is where I needed to go. So, this light, or not this light, this camera is, yeah, this definitely looks more impressive than one, for sure. How do we deal with this camera?
Snake, there's a surveillance camera in place. Once you're in its field of view, an alarm will go off. You can't afford to be seen. You can also use the chaff grenade to set up some electronic interference. The camera will be ineffective for a while. There's a blind spot right beneath the camera. Use it to buy some time.
To buy some time, huh? Huh. I really thought that camera was going to catch me. If you play it on any harder difficulties than normal, the camera will still catch you, even if you do that to get underneath it. And I think there might be an item over here, actually. No? I'm not seeing it. Oh, okay. Something here. A ration. Rations are always useful. And... another chaff G. Chaff G's are nice. There's another surveillance camera.
Freeze.
Alright, I shot him, so... Oh, okay. He falls asleep really fast in this difficulty. I've been playing other difficulties of this game. So there's actually kind of an Easter egg here, in that these pots all make different tones. It's not really an Easter egg, it's just a weird environment touch. But they actually do make different sounds. I don't know why they would bother with that. I can't get that because I need a USP first. But there's a ration back here. It makes sense for there to be a ration there. Just gonna run right by that guy. There's actually another item in that room that I'm going to get a little bit later. But I'm gonna need something else first. I don't really need this to get it, but it would be nice to have. So I'm gonna come back to that room.
So it is the Kasaka. Russian choppers.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
No, I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat-worthy.
That's right.
That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal...
Alright, so, let's see, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the thing where Snake can actually, comment on things when you press the R1 or R2 buttons is actually kind of a holdover from an idea that, was in the design document for the game, that was that there was going to be a mask that could show you people's, true thoughts, because the idea was the story was going to be very hard to comprehend because there were going to be so many people lying to you, and they ultimately decided not to go with that at all. But yeah, there was going to be an actual Psycho Mantis mask. It was going to be called the Mantis mask. It was going to be a that you could wear that would allow you to hear people's thoughts during the cutscenes, and so that's kind of what that's all over from.
Shalashashka has landed. I'm on my way to the tanker holds. Report your status.
Control room, communications, and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot.
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete.
Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild?
You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
Freeze! Hands over your head, now! Toss your gun overboard, slowly. A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
We are nomads. Wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans. So you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard. Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing. It stopped raining. Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean. And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice, either.
So, first boss fight, and it also teaches us... this is also to kind of underscore a new mechanic that is the cover-based kind of mechanics. The thing is that the cover-based stuff is not really that useful in this fight so much as the first-person mode is. So I guess it's more to teach that.
Conflict and victory were my parents.
If you run down here, there's an M9 bullet. You can actually escape her view, and she still thinks you're at your last known position. So you can just snipe her from afar while she's still going for your old position. And then when she looks over here, you can dodge over here and do the same thing. You can actually kind of move to the sides. Oops, she spotted me. She still missed. She still missed. I'm actually really
Whoever
surprised.
you are, you're not stopping us.
She would not have missed if this were any higher difficulty. Oh, for this, there's actually no way... I mean... Okay, for this, the answer to this is actually... You can't escape her view anymore. She's wise to that and now knows where you are at all times for no apparent reason. But if you're good at aim, you can actually knock the tarp away. Something that you can only do on... It's something you cannot do on the higher difficulties. You have to have that in the way, and you have to just shoot around it. However, oops. However, now that we've knocked that away, there's actually another thing here. That is that light, which I just shot out. Oops. But she got me with a grenade. Oh well, we got plenty of health, I guess. I actually didn't even bother equipping my rations. Would be nice to have more ammo. And since she still thinks I'm over there, oh, you know what? Okay. And now she's gonna think I'm over there now, so I can just be over here. If you just keep confusing her like that, she's a lot easier to take out. At least I think she thinks I'm over there. Regardless, she doesn't know I'm over here. So I can stand on my tippy toes here, which you use by hitting both L2 and R2. Oops. But she moved. She didn't see me there because she was behind cover. But she saw me there. Yeah, I got on extreme on European extreme. You actually can't. Oh, dang it! She saw me. Okay. You can actually do something here, but she noticed me, so it's not effective. But you can actually try to snipe her through that little hole there. Let's wait for her to go behind cover, and then we'll jump out. There we go. Oh, dang. And she shot me, because I missed. And so, on European Extreme, I would have already lost. That's why I was frustrated.
Cypher. The ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Yeah, the GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the Cypher.
A Marine Cypher T?
No, Army.
First the Marines, then the Russians, now the Army?
You're right. This isn't gonna be simple.
Snake, there's something I have to tell you.
What?
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Anonymous? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister. We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was EE.
E.E.?
Her name is Emma, but I always call her EE.
Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap? To lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
I hear you.
I love that Otacon can just say, I hacked into the Pentagon, and then Snake just accepts that. No question. There's actually a conversation you can get by looking right at her. Yep, no, wrong button.
Hey, Snake, you found a handgun.
That's
decent
not
one.
it.
USP.
The USP fires real bullets, not the knockout rounds the M9 uses. You know that, right? The USP isn't equipped with a suppressor either. If you fire it when there are enemies nearby, they'll probably hear it. Keep that in mind. Having the USP will make combat easier, but being undetected is still the best way to go, okay?
That wasn't the one that I was talking about. I thought that it would trigger it, but...
What you're wielding right now is a converted Beretta M92F, designed to fire tranquilizer rounds. A direct hit will knock the target unconscious. Think of those rounds as tiny syringes. The impact of the round causes the mixing of two chemicals in the shell. The resulting gas compresses a tiny piston and injects the tranquilizer in the bullet's tip into the target's skin. The tranquilizer's effects are felt at different times depending on where the bullet lands. A head or heart shot will take effect immediately, but a round that hits somewhere like feet or hands will take a while. Use the first-person view attack for maximum accuracy. The gun is fitted with a suppressor, so there's no need to worry about alerting the enemy with the noise. But since it is a tranquilizer gun, the M9 has its limitations. All it can do is knock the enemy unconscious. Keep that in mind. So, you've got rations now. These are military food supplies and allow you to recover some life with use. If it is equipped in advance, the ration will automatically be used and life will be regained when you receive damage. You can select it in the window and push the confirmation button to use the item on the spot. Rations were designed to be carried and eaten on the field. They're all about functionality and calories. They use special freeze-drying methods developed by the NROC. They're compact, portable, and last for weeks.
Oh, come on, Otacon.
Snake, Metal Gear is
Oh,
in the
come
holds
on.
below the tanker's deck. Go down.
I thought for sure there was a codec
Snake,
call here.
don't let the...
But, he didn't do it. Crawl on top of her?
She's not dead, is she?
No, just knocked out.
Good.
Looks like a little angel, doesn't she?
What's gotten into you?
Nothing.
Sleeping Beauty may have been awakened by Prince Charming's kiss, but you better not try it here.
I'm with you. Besides, I've had enough of tomboys.
I'm a little surprised that worked. Funny thing about Meryl, that was supposed to... Snake, don't grab her like that. But yeah, we got her dog tags by doing that. And I thought she dropped bullets, but apparently not this time. And there are also items up here. But you do have to crawl through all of these. But we get the thermal goggles, which will help us tremendously later. Yep, that is definitely the wrong game. I didn't mean to get off there. There isn't anything on these, I'm pretty sure. And there is something I spot in the distance.
Freeze.
So he'll sleep for a while. And now we have a wet box. The wet box, I don't remember how effective it is as far as hiding. I guess it probably is kind of effective. But yeah, that's the first box that we've found so far. There's actually one, well, I'll just show you. So it seems that Snake and Otacon have formed some kind of a, or have joined some kind of a team called Philanthropy, which is an anti-Metal Gear organization, essentially. Just specifically Metal Gear as well, not, oh. Probably ought to wait for that guy to move. But, yeah, they've formed this organization which seems to be, to prove when people are trying to make a Metal Gear, to expose them and to, denounce them, I guess, publicly, for it, which should hopefully enact policies against it, against the use of Metal Gear, I think is the idea. Now, I could go around this way, and it probably seems like a good idea, but it's not. And this call will actually explain why. If it will ever load.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives.
So this is what they were talking about.
Looks like it. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about right. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
Who's there? Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Who's that?
Enemy sight. Request. Ow! Oh!
What's going on? Respond.
Ow!
We've lost contact with Deck D.
My mic was muted. I keep forgetting about that. Oops. I will need rations. I didn't need rations for the boss fight. I just need them against these random people. Because I got careless. Ow. Yeah, trying to hit a shield man is not really working. Oh. Ouch. I'm playing on normal difficulty. I'm doing quite badly. But I escaped. Now, once I get to the tanker, or not the tanker. Once I get past this section of the game, that won't cut it. Oh, right. They're gonna come out that door. I kind of forgot about that. He almost spotted me.
Over there.
Freeze!
Oh, apparently that doesn't work.
Over there.
Ah. And there's no music for some reason. I think that's actually an error.
Over there.
Yeah, I'm actually not supposed to go this way. It's the other way. I went the wrong direction entirely just now. I really want to stop bleeding, and then, which over time you do stop bleeding. Why did the music stop? That shouldn't have happened. Oh no. Well, thanks, Actical. Thing is, once I get caught, it tends to snowball from there. This guy is very stinky. You can tell by all the flies around him. I don't know if you can actually see that on the stream, but he has a million flies around him. It's just kind of a gimmick. And now there's no evasion mode or anything.
Raven?
Oh no, Raven.
Snake, that shadow,
It's him. No doubt about it.
But Raven was, you know, out in Shadow Moses.
I know. Maybe it's the last of his 9 lives. Or maybe his maker decided to give him another chance.
You're not serious, are you?
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Either way, we'll find out soon enough.
Snake, watch your step, okay?
So, yeah, that was a big build up there. for a big man who is very, very terrifying. Actually, let's be fair. I made only a few mistakes, and I actually think I think I'm doing okay. I just made a few mistakes there. It's gonna happen. It's late at night. It's 11:45 right now. He fires off little pellets when you shoot him. He makes scary noises. It's kind of cute. That was not so cute. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna put this guy back. I feel kind of bad for taking him out of his resting place. Oh. Well, look at that. I think I'm gonna take a picture of this muscular man. Yeah. Good, Snake says. Actually, I wonder. Maybe it's the shadow? Seems like there ought to be something, but I guess not. So there is a little trick you can do here. Where you just knock out everybody. You don't have to do that, but it helps. That.
What was that just now?
Freeze.
Alright, and then I can just hop down here. And actually, the guy who's normally here on every higher difficulty is not here.
I'm under enemy fire.
Oh no.
Understood. Assigning our personnel to the starboard entrance to the engine room.
There's actually a guy right above us right now. Oh no. And there are people headed every which way, it seems. Oh no.
Secure the breach in the area.
Swimsuit poster, there is one earlier.
Assigning our personnel to the starboard entrance to the engine room.
We can actually do pull-ups. Really bad idea here. But we can do it. They won't notice me just running right by them. Yeah, if you do them enough, you gain more strength. If you do, I think it's 10? No, it's more than that.
Send the replacement guard for the area.
Understood. Assigning our personnel to the starboard entrance to the engine room.
That guy would have spotted me. Oh, whoops. Oops.
Enemy sight. Requesting backup unit.
So there is a very bad thing that you can do here that you really shouldn't do. That is... Alright. No, no, don't.
An intruder.
You have to be in it. Snake. Whew. That was close. That was very close. What?
Security. Understood. Assigning
There's a person back in here with me.
entrance to the engine room.
You have to do this kind of slowly. If you try to turn your head too quickly in this, you'll actually thump against the sides, and that'll let them know that you're there. There are a couple of Easter eggs with the swimsuit poster, but I don't want to do them just yet. I want to make sure these guys are gone first. Actually, you know what? I thought it was... Oh no. Not this poster. Okay. You can actually kind of press up against this here. There's nobody in here. Oh, that's not the swimsuit poster, that's right. But there is something with this one, kinda. You can take a picture of it.
Good.
And here are more of these devices.
Snake, there's another set of infrared sensors in place. If you touch that, the explosives will detonate and that ship will be pulverized.
I'm not in the mood to go sleep with the fishes, but there are too many sensors. Looks like I'll have to find another way.
No need to worry. There's a way through. Take a close look. Do you see the thing with blinking green lights right next to the explosives? That's the control unit for the sensors. Destroy that, and the sensors stop functioning. You can't get in close enough to touch it, so you'll have to shoot it out. But the M9's knockout rounds won't work. The USP you picked up should do the trick.
Yeah.
Use that gun.
So, let's just use the USP right next to all these guards. That seems like a good idea. And shoot right next to these explosives. If you shoot the explosives, I'm pretty sure you get a game over. But, you really have to know your first-person mode controls to do this. Now here's actually where you can, where the flower comes in handy. You can see which lasers are there and which ones aren't. Gotta move back some. Alright. Oh, I think I see it. Maybe not. I don't really remember the positions of these. I've done it before. Maybe if I hop on here. Maybe if I hop on here. Thank you, Snake. Oh, no. Snake. Aha. And, yep, these two are done. So, I just have one more, and it's right there. That's that. That's how you beat the infrared sensors.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
So, oh, there's someone coming down that corridor. We can actually see him better using our thermal goggles, which kind of hurt my eyes. Now we can hang out here. Oh, actually, this isn't the one with the, this isn't the one I was thinking of. Both ways hurts your eyes? No. Huh. can't... I'm a little surprised about this. I thought that, I see him. Oh, he turned around, though.
Freeze.
That's a good way. I really like this method of knocking people out. It's a lot more fun than what I usually do, which is just aim and shoot them in the head. This way I don't have to actually aim. Oh, this guy actually is listening to music. Zoom in with the circle button. I think, yeah. Whoa, he was quick react. He has really quick reactions.
Sending additional units to take to the port side. Let him get away.
No, snake. Snake. No. Actually, if that's as effective as it was in the first game, then they should just be down. No, it isn't. Okay. That answers that then. Oh, no, missed. Yeah, nope. You can recover a little bit of life by just sitting down. That was a grenade. He'll fall asleep eventually. Right? I thought I got in after the explosion was over, so it wouldn't hurt me, but... You know what? I haven't really worried about killing people so far. So this time shouldn't really be any different. There we go. Cleared him up real quick. And that's all of them. That was quick. Killing is so much easier. Yeah, I think that's kind of a theme of this game. You can take the moral high ground and try to not kill, or you can kill and it's so much easier. Let's see. I think if you use the cigarettes in here... No, it doesn't. Okay, I thought it would illuminate a small area. I guess it's not true until the next game. And there's no one here. A lot of bugs there. This game has so many bugs.
Colonel, we have sealed the stern hatch.
All right.
The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the holds until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit, with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir. Who goes there?
So now we have a forced fight here. But you know what? I'm going to shoot out the lights. So they can't see me. They have a harder time hitting me. I think that actually works. Because they do it. On hard mode, they actually shoot out the lights. Oh, actually they do it here, too. Like I said, you can take the moral high ground and just knock these people out. But, I'm not very good at that, as you've seen. I have a grenade underneath me as well. That didn't hurt that guy somehow. We actually can't run past this box. Ow. I didn't notice that grenade. Oh, no. So much blood everywhere, and most of it is mine. Whoops. Ow. I died. No, I didn't die. Thought I died. I am out of rations, though. Funny how these guys are actually a lot harder than Olga. Oh, look, a ration. Ah. Where is this coming from? Just gotta recover my health and then I'll head up there and actually try to kill that guy or knock him out or something. No. No, no. Ah, Snake, you were supposed to... It's a good thing I used that flashbang on one guy. I thought there were more.
Who goes there?
Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel.
What the?
The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed.
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front, front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear. Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into US military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
Alright, man, I really don't want to stop here because there's so much fun stuff here. So I might go ahead and actually show off this section, and then... because this is the very end of this part of the game. I really shouldn't stay up late because I have work tomorrow, but just this once. So there's actually a lot of Easter eggs here. I absolutely love this section. It's great. And I'm gonna get a few game overs here, intentionally.
Hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat.
Oh, I won't have to worry about getting caught on purpose.
And it will be the Marine Corps and our
I won't have to worry about that at all. Because everything I want to do involves getting caught. Aww. That was a fail. That was just completely failing.
Snake, respond!
What was supposed to happen there was that was going to happen. But first, there were going to be a whole lot of people getting bowled over by each other. I screwed it up, though. I'm not exactly sure how to do it right.
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with
So it's like bowling Marines. I really hope that Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, has the ability to take selfies, like Wind Waker style selfies. That would be the best thing. That's, I think, what the series needs. Ah, I still missed. I thought he was gonna at least hit that guy. Anyway.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
At the moment, every
Okay.
industrialized nation on the globe knows the
I can't seem to get it right. I've done it before. It's really funny when it works right, but it's really hard to do apparently. And it might not be possible in this version. But I don't know why they would I don't know why they would make it harder, why they'd space out the Marines more, which is what it looks like for some reason. They're so spaced out, it's just hard to get them to hit each other. But you can actually do it. It is possible to just get this huge... Oh, yeah, you can also get in front of the projector, and they notice that.
Snake?
Yeah, I'm gonna get caught quite a few times in here because there are just so many ways to get caught.
Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives.
Let's see what else is there. I can't mess with that projector. But there is actually something I can do later. Gotta crawl under this thing.
With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat.
Can just crawl down in here.
Proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps.
That guy's voice does sound familiar. I'm pretty sure his voice is actually the voice of the DARPA chief in the first game.
This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their...
Who is also actually, who shares a name, I think. This guy actually shares a name, I'm pretty sure, with the with the
Central role in its military affairs.
with the U.S. marketing director of this game, of this series,
Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft
of the whole franchise.
is reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There's a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine.
I can't remember what that
and
name
air
is. I just remember he has the same name.
Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital. Ours is not the only military.
Now here, there's a remote, or there's some controls that I can mess with.
Theirs is a program that will add fuel
Now,
to the
it automatically will switch over every once in a while, which means everybody's looking over in the opposite, in the other direction. But we can actually hit the action button to switch it over back again, and you can switch them back again, and you can do it again.
It is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience
You
the
can just
horror
keep
of
going.
nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. In the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature than the Navy.
Stop kidding around. Snake?
I like that Easter egg. That's my favorite Easter egg in the whole game. There are a lot of Easter eggs
Ours
in this
is
game.
not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to...
Let's go ahead and switch that over to that side. Make life a little easier for us.
That they will not
And we'll
succeed.
just do the same thing here that we did before. Just go down here.
It is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation.
So,
As a soldier, I know that.
apparently, the U.S. military is trying to get access to... Oop, gotta wait.
Ah, forget about it.
You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we?
So, if you go out there while they're looking down at that thing, then you will get caught. Right now they're doing stretches. I'm a little sad that I can't see that, but actually they're not doing stretches. They're actually doing exercises where they'll suddenly look to a direction after he says where to look. So you have to pay attention to where they're looking or where they're going to be looking, so that you're not right where they're going to look, right in their field of view.
Onboard joint tactical information distribution system identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive fire.
And I guess those count as kind of the jokes that Otacon was talking about.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
Now,
This
Otacon
new
said to
model
take
of Metal Gear is
pictures of
codenamed
this,
Ray,
right?
After the great Manta Ray.
So,
Our Ray has a sting
Where are
that
we?
nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule
nope,
the sea
Snake.
and land as we never have before.
I think I go this way? I'm not really sure. I don't really remember. I don't think I got in this way last time.
We have intelligence that there are anti-Metal Gear terrorists planning to target the ship. Intruder to the left.
Oh, that kind of startled me.
Intruder in the back.
Let's wait for that to be done.
Intruder to the right. Should that actually happen, I expect you to be prepared.
Ah, our first photo.
And will not give up Ray. Stay on your guard at all times.
Oh, no, I can't do it. I was going to do a joke, but I can't from here. Alright.
To move on, George Sears
That was one of the things. We needed the Marines logo.
Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next generation
I forgot about that
nuclear
poll.
warheads. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up costing his influence in the political community.
Yeah, that's what we needed pictures of. We needed pictures of that guy.
The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability.
Freeze.
NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if
He's
this
flashing.
theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests.
And I
within
believe
the
we have to
military
crawl
industrial
past.
complex.
Actually, no.
We are
Not
here
yet.
today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear
First,
that
we need
in
to take
mind.
one from the right. I believe. Yeah.
Good.
The proliferation and development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the NPT and START
I was
obsolete.
probably safe. I
There
probably
are
don't
also
actually have to do
forces at
that.
work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence. The human race is about to slide back into the endless arms race of that
Yeah,
last
that one
century.
wasn't very good.
And we cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see is here to prevent that possibility.
No, on this floor I do have to actually kind of walk slowly because it's loud.
Has been fueling a cottage industry in nuclear weapons
I think I need a shot from the front as well.
Add Metal Gear to the mix, and the result is the renewed proliferation you see the world over. We once lived in the shadow of the Doomsday Machine. This Metal Gear Ray can bring other Metal Gears under control
that's it.
and ensure that we never know that fear again. We, the Marines,
And then the
will be
very
guardians
important
of
photos that we have to take.
Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected, and make its way to any shoreline. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age.
There we go.
This
I think
Metal
I've got
Gear
all the
Ray
shots
is
I
a
need.
Prototype designed to be
So this is computers of the future. I guess that's Otacon just trying passwords. Police knots. I'm gonna guess that the password was admin. Or possibly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? Okay,
Codec
first
moments.
up, So, this explains a lot. Not that there's anything wrong with keeping it to yourself. I mean, you know, it's your life and everything. But you're going to have to take those Metal Gear photos now. The next image is... I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. I was hoping those were. Oh no, I made it so the voice clips won't play. I don't know how to make them play again. Oh, I guess I overwrote my other images.
Operated by an onboard pilot. In its final form, Ray will be unmanned, driven by tele-existence and an autonomous control system.
There are other things you can take photos of, like the,
Than expected. At ease. Rest a little.
Uh-oh. I don't know where they're gonna face. Everywhere, apparently. Oh no.
To move on, the importance of next-generation technology such as C4, ISR, and RMA in battle situation has been discussed time and again, but Ray is the first to deploy it so fully. With Ray's completion, the Marine Corps will lead the way for a new age of military tactics.
No, not that one.
The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure.
Oh no.
The success of the 1999 trials is now
No.
considered a chance.
No. That was way more forgiving than I thought it was going to be.
Looks like I have your photos now. Let's take a look. The first one I'm seeing is... This is great! The Marines lettering shows up really well. What's next? Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag. Okay, last one's coming up. You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot. Snake, the speech is about to wind up. As soon as he finishes up, the Marines will go back to their posts. That's way too many pairs of eyes watching out for Metal Gear. There's no way they'll let an intruder with a camera slip past. Do what you have to before that happens. Forget the photos and get out of there now.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the?
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back. Gerlukovich. Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Gerlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one! Gerlukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York Harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Dive program.
Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid!
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's on.
Have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker! Snake!
Proceeding as planned, sir. Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
So there's actually another cutscene just as long right after this save point, so I think this is where I'm going to end the stream. But yeah, yeah, I think, well, maybe I'll go ahead and, it might not be as long. I guess I'll
Snake,
let
do you
it
remember
play.
the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the big shell under complete control.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Alpha, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the President and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the Big Shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Alright, so, we've been redesignated the codename Raiden, and we're, in this skull suit, which actually has we're actually seeing through the eyes of the skull suit this way, which is pretty cool. We don't have much to start with. Actually have no weapons to start out with. And funny thing about rations is, and these bugs here, you can actually, if you lie down in those bugs, they'll start eating your rations. So, it's best not to do that. I think there might be some kind of secret in the water as well. I don't really remember. I can't remember. There might be. I don't really want to bother with it. I don't think it's that important.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gerlukovich man.
Gerlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
An army without a country? Like, Militaire Sans Frontières? Wait, we haven't gotten that far. Still, like Outer Heaven? Oh boy.
Got your feet wet? These are the basic controls for swimming.
Oh, thank you.
Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid...
Yeah, okay. Push the punch button was all he needed to say. But anyway, our O2 gauge, if I remember right, is actually dependent on our, the grip gauge, I think. Maybe that's just in Twin Snakes. I don't really remember. I don't see any weapons down here. So, yeah, I don't see anything. I'm guessing it's on some other difficulty. There might be something in here, though. Oh, and, oh, okay. They didn't start eating my rations yet. Another ration here. Did the SOCOM that early? I don't think so. I could be wrong. Maybe on easy, or maybe. Yeah, that's more or less how it ends up going. I'm streaming like Slow Beef now. The thing is, I kind of feel like there's a big reveal coming up that everybody is already aware of. I want to get it out of the way before people spoil it.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
I'm guessing that that joke worked a lot better in Japanese. Nodo versus nado, for example. Okay, so what do we put for the code name in this slot? I'm just gonna put something in. Actually, I said I'm gonna put something in and then I didn't do anything. You know what? What else can it be? And then, for the birthday, actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna show off a secret. Hideo Kojima. And so that that automatically puts in his birthday and his nationality. Let's see. What's it doesn't put it in the year though for some reason. Let's see. What's another guy who worked on this game? His name's not coming to me. The art director is pretty like he talks So Toyota. Okay, let's do that then. I believe it changed it to his birthday. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Basically, you can put in any of the developers, and it should change to their birthday and nationality. No, it didn't change. Oh, I think I may have it mixed up. It didn't change anything. Okay, maybe So Toyota doesn't work for whatever reason. Anyway, I think that's enough. I think I'll just pick So Toyota. And then it gives you the chance to change your options. Real-time cutscenes can be full screen or letterbox. We can turn the blood off, which is how I played the game the first time I played it, because I was a I don't know. I just did. It was a bad idea. Anyway, let's just exit this.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96.
I want to hold you in my arms.
I just switched frequencies. Jack?
What?
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well. I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
So the game gives you like maybe 10 seconds to hide before they all get up.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
And then it tells you that, and then they wake up. Almost immediately.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
Wow, so I guess whoever that guy was that went through here must have really messed up and gotten caught. I won't make the same mistake. You know me. I'm good at video games. Okay, I guess I could... Oh my goodness, that's just the perfect opportunity. I was going to do some other kind of crazy plan. I didn't realize they were going to have that big a hole in their defenses.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the President?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
So, it turns out this guy is not actually Snake. Not the Snake we know. He is, he's some guy named Raiden, or some guy who's now named Raiden. Apparently named Jack. That's not David. That's not any kind of David. Well, anyway. I think we've gotten far enough now that now that the big reveal has happened, that it's not actually Snake. I think it's time to stop. So I'll call Rose, and then that'll be the end of this stream for the night.
What's up, Jack? Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
That again. I'm sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How important?
Important enough, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the reason you decided to be part of this mission? Okay. I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow no matter what.
You know I'll do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake. The leader of this takeover incident is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
I think it's kind of interesting that Snake actually officially died after the Shadow Moses incident, but they don't acknowledge that. They only acknowledge that he died after the tanker incident. That's pretty interesting. I also completely forgot to actually call Otacon to save, which is really fun because when Otacon saves the game, he tries to be like Mei Ling, and he tries to do the whole Chinese proverbs thing. And it turns out that he has a write-up from Mei Ling about it that he's using to guide him, but he doesn't remember any of the what any of them actually mean. So he gets them completely wrong, and he states them as fact, and it's really weird and kind of funny. But I completely forgot to do it. Just like I completely forgot to take a photo of the swimsuit picture, the swimsuit poster in the locker room. Whoops. Those are things I missed that would have been really funny. Oh well. It's time to end this stream the only way I can. There's really only one proper way to end this stream. Good night, everybody.